Today I'm going to be taking you on my first ever mixed martial arts full training day. I've done a couple of sessions here and there, but I go to Australia next month and I want to do a little bit of jiu-jitsu when I go out there, a little bit of striking. So I'm starting to train a little bit with my friends. So I'm going to take you on the full day with me. I'm going to hit some weights first. Completely aesthetic, nothing to do with what I'm about to do. Complete vanity lift. Then do a little bit of striking, hit some pads. I'm going to be terrible, but drop in the comments any feedback, any improvements I can make. And then I'm going to do a little bit of jiu-jitsu. We're going to do some back escapes and some basic fundamentals. Enjoy the video, enjoy the journey, and enjoy watching me grow from terrible to less terrible. Peace. I want to show you the difference between an amateur MMA glove and a UFC glove. This is crazy. So we've got the amateur. It's not too bad. Like that's cushion. You can take a good fit. This UFC official glove, it is like concrete. But anyway, crack into it.
So at the start of each round, I'm just going to go through what my objective is. So like I said at the start, I'm very green to this and I'm very new. So the thing which is most important to me is learning the foundation, learning the fundamentals of striking, keeping my head off center line when I throw my shots, getting my hands back to my chin, using the right footwork patterns. These are the things which I just feel like lay a foundation for everything else. So I'm trying to work on that. Of course, it's information overload and you're trying to think of all of it, hence why it doesn't always look so smooth. But that's what I'm working on in my first round, and I'll let the rest play and see how it goes.
And then, yeah, so you're going to go boom, boom, bring it back, cross, and then step through. So it's just opposite. Boom, boom, and then right hand. So throw it off to the right. Yeah, you're going to go boom, boom, and bring that leg back, bring it back all the way though. So when you go so left, you go kick, and you bring the leg back, cross.
Wow, okay. So, okay.
So boom, boom, yes, boom. There you go. Boom.
It's a little bit
There you go.
disjointed, but I get that.
Nice again. Nice. There you go. Add a left hook. Okay. Nice. Jab. 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 And then uppercut. Nice again. Nice. Nice. Add a left hook on into it. Nice. Jab. Jab. Nice. Double jab cross. Nice again. Nice again. Nice. Up again.
Easy.
Back.
10 seconds.
One more. Nice. Left, right. Nice.
Time.
Oh yeah.
Chuck the 7 ounces on. It reminds me to be tighter with my shots and also tighter with my defense. When you've got the 14 ounces on, it's quite easy to get a bit sloppy, a bit lazy. If I'm hand dropping or just to keep everything tight. I'm basically Volk now with the engages on.
So in the second round, I've chucked on the 7 ounces, and really my goal here is to be a lot tighter in my defense, a lot crisper in my striking, and be a lot snappier with my strikes as well. As soon as that right hand comes out, it's straight back to the chin, and the same with the jab. And also it's just fun hitting in the 7 ounces, so I wanted to chuck them on. But I'll let it roll and let me know how I get on.
The end of it. Okay, cross the end of it. Nice. Jab. 1, 2. Left, right. Nice. Jab. 1, 2. Nice. Nice. Again. Nice. Double jab cross. Nice. Again. Nice. Again. Nice. You can go 1, 2, pull back and cross. So you can go, so you do it slow. So you go 1, 2, pull back. There you go. Yeah. 1, 2, there you go. Perfect.
Halfway, Will.
Nice. Left, right. Jab. 1, 2. 1, 2. jab. Double 1, 2. Nice, left, right. Nice. Jab. Jab, uppercut. Now jab, uppercut, hook. Jab. 1, 2.
Here's something in the next clip which I picked up on which I really don't like. Now it's a combination of getting a little bit more tired, but this is sloppy technique. As you see here, that elbow is not only flared, but it pulls back a lot and it just massively telegraphs that right hand. So if you throw that against anyone good, that's getting countered. So these are little things which I need to work on and make sure I work through even when I'm a little bit more fatigued.
Jab. 1, 2. Nice. Cross. Nice. Nice. 1, 2. Pull back 2. Nice. And then. One more.
And time.
In this third round, I'm concentrating on throwing the right hand where I'm turning the knuckles over and down into the shot and just generating more power from the same shot. So it's all about being snappy and bringing it straight back to your chin, but also really turning and screwing that foot into the attack as well, which is something which is just easy not to do, especially when you're tired. But this is what this round is about.
Just to set it up and then throw it. So tap, tap, bang. Yeah, nice. See how much more? More power you got on there. And again. Nice kick. Nice. Jab. Nice. Nice. So it's almost like
Just a coil.
boom. 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 Digging down into it. Jab. 1, 2. Down. Nice. And again. Nice. Let's go right kick and land into a left and right hand.
Halfway, Will. 2 is left.
Nice. And again. Nice. The lead up, back across. Nice. And again.
What are the best defences, or what are the best things to start doing when someone's going for that attack? That's what I want to know.
What? To prevent them
To defend it, yeah. So if you're Sam, what are you doing?
So, yeah, I'm going 2 on 1. I like one on the wrist and one above the one on the wrist, if that makes sense.
It's like baseball, great.
Yeah, like a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just peel it over my head.
Then you're trying to work
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, you can lean back. I like to lean back and then pump into it like that.
Right, okay.
Some people don't.
So this is a 3-minute live roll at the end of the session. We're only going about 50% here. Obviously my friend has a few more years of experience than me and is a lot better than me. So it's all about learning to be in bad positions and learning the correct escapes, and also looking back at some bad decisions I make along the way. Even here, very weak base and just asking to be swept, which I am. And I'm going to be going through a few of the mistakes I make along the way. But other than that, enjoy. This bit is so basic it hurts my soul. Letting him pass my guard so easily, and to counteract that, it's as easy as putting your leg across your other leg, crossing them so he can't pass. However, I made that critical mistake. I do well to get to a hip here and eventually be able to escape this, always attacking the hands. Even here, I thought I would go for the single leg, knowing that my head could be in danger there for a guillotine and front choke attacks. But I remember watching a Brad Pickett tutorial of how to defend the front attacks off that single leg, so I wanted to put it in use. Not a good idea when you can't remember it and you're fully rolling, but it's all fun and games, and I'm back to action.
Halfway, lads.
I don't know what keep you in position now. Easy.
Experience, that is.
Oh, fine, that's over. Oh, sorry.
This is the mistake that ultimately leads to the submission. As I go to turn, and you're going to give up a bad position here, but I isolate the arm for him and do his job for him, so it's going to be easier to lock up that triangle. Stupidly, you do not want to do that and surrender your arm. I then try and feed it through, and I was going to try and roll forward through it on the attack, but to be honest, I think the mistake I made originally is I didn't address it and try to posture up. If I can get my posture to the ceiling, it's eventually going to break that. I think I should have went to that as first port call. I didn't.
Yeah, but that's how you learn.
And in a last ditch attempt to get a submission, as you can see here, I hang on the head a little bit, just fishing for that guillotine a little bit, don't really have it, have a weak bite on the neck here. I get the other hand connected, try and jolt his head forward there to create a bit of separation under the neck to finish the guillotine. Didn't really have it at any point, but then tried to jump on it at the last second. Lots to look back on, lots to work on, some basic mistakes to clear up on, but not a bad round, one submission and plenty to take away from it. To finish up, me and my friend had a little roll, both very new to the game, both the whitest of belts, and both have not much idea what they're doing in regards to submission offense and setting moves up, but it's always fun to move about, get a feel for the different positions and just try and implement things you've seen and little things that you can remember.
Almost. I knew it's doing.
So that pretty much wraps me up for the day. We done a little bit of weight training, a little bit of striking practice and some jiu-jitsu. A few rounds of each, as you can see, very raw. Know a few basic fundamentals, not a lot, not very good, but this channel's all about being casual, being okay to be thrown in the deep end of something that you have no idea about and accepting that you're going to be terrible, but it's just about making small marginal gains, being consistent with something and just getting better. I don't think there's any sport that teaches that better than mixed martial arts. It's a great way to sort of follow my journey, but also be accountable to the channel and to the process as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, keep it casual.